Morning. So I'm going to explain what I'm doing. My failed candle video that I made showing how I could reuse my candles that had not succeeded by using my apple core trick to take the wick out. Well, I've discovered another way of reusing my candles, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I've just got straight into it. I've got my pan boiling. I've put my plastic, what do they call that, bowl. I'm not very well today, so please apologise. I apologise. It's all going to be a little bit back to front. Got my pan of boiling water. I've put my plastic bowl into the pan. And now I am just going to take this failed candle, which I made on the 31st of January. A wasted candle, but not anymore. I'm going to be putting it in my bowl and I'll show you what happens next. So I'm just going to put my candle there like that and leave it for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. And of course the heat from the boiling water is going to help melt the wax, and then I'll show you what I do. Right, so now it's been heating for a little while. I've already done it, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to use my thermometer to test the wax to see how melted it is. So let's do that now. I can get the thermometer in around the sides, which is what I want. So now, just get that off of the stick. I'm going to get my heat-proof glove and I'm going to take this out of the bowl like so. Bring it over to my stainless jug. I'm going to hold the wax, might need two hands, so bear with me a minute. Use the thermometer to work around the edges and just literally pour the wax from my container into the jug. So as you can see, the jar is now empty and the candle that is now in the jug. So now I'm just going to proceed as I normally would and put the jar, let's get rid of that bowl first, move that out of the way, and then just put the jar on the edge of the pan as normal and let that do its thing to melt. Obviously I've still got the wick in there, but I'm not going to interfere with it too much. I'm just going to let that melt down like it normally would. I'm not going to let it go over the temperature, just literally melting point, which I think for this is going to be, I don't know, 60 degrees, something like that, 60, 70 degrees. A little fly that just landed in there. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm not going to let it go too hot, because obviously there's fragrance oil in there and there's a lot of stories there about how you can burn off the fragrance oil. I mean, I don't know if this, if this is good, remelting the wax, but my head tells me that actually it's not really any different. As long as I don't take it above the top melting temperature, which I think is 90 degrees, I don't really see what difference it makes. It's just the same as when it was melted the first time, isn't it? I don't know, but I thought worth a try. So I'm going to melt it down to about 60 degrees, get all that wax melted, take the wick out, and then I'm just going to re-pour it with a new wick. I'm going to just clean this vessel up, because I'm going to reuse it. Obviously, if I was going to sell this afterwards, then I would not be doing this, because I wouldn't want to sell a vessel that's been used twice. But for testing purposes, I don't see the problem. Oh, I do look a proper mess today, don't I? I'm not feeling very well, so apologies, but I wanted to get a video up. So I've cleaned the vessel, looks brand spanking new, got the old information on the bottom. I've written out a new label for this because obviously it's going to have a new wick in it. Apart from that, everything else is going to be the same. Vanilla is the fragrance oil used. It's C3 wax from before we changed it. 6% fragrance oil. So yeah, I've put the new date. I'm going to try it with a CD6 wick this time, so I don't think I've tried one. I think it's going to be too small. But not going to mind about it. The oil or the wax is all melted. Look, there's a little bit of soot in there, but again, this is not a candle that's going up for sale, so I'm really not bothered about that. So I'm just letting that cool down a minute. I'm going to re-wick my vessel, do that quickly, and then pour the wax. I've already set up my wick on its sticker, so I've only got to put it into the center of the glass. Concentration mode. Just push that down a minute. And then I'm going to need to put my wick centering tool on, which I have here, like so, and then I will let that cool down a little bit. I don't know what the temperature is, I should check it really. Excuse me. I'll use my clean thermometer for that. See where we're at. While I'm just looking, I will show you these. Look, these are ones that I have already done this for. As you can see, I've written on the side that I re-poured it on the 7th of February. No, I re-poured it on the 9th of March. It was a candle that I originally made on the 7th of February. Again, only difference being that I've put a different wick in, which I've put here. This one I've double wicked. Information on there. Nice smooth tops look. Little air bubble, but hey ho. So yeah, those two I've already done. Temperature on this is 54 degrees, so I think I'll let it go down to about 50 and then I'll pour it. Be another candle that was originally wasted that I'm just going to remake. Oh, this is what else I've made. Turned one of my candles into wax melts. Those wax melts were originally a candle that I made in a jar like this. It was a sandalwood fragrance, which is really nice. But yeah, the wick didn't work, so I've melted that one down and made wax melts for my own use. I just think, you know, rather than have these candles sitting around, because that's all they've been doing, I've got all these failed candles sitting around. Now I'm reusing them, so I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I don't see any harm in it because I'm not melting it above the original melt temperature that I did in the first place. Yes, the fragrance oil's in there, and yes, they reckon some people say that the fragrance oil burns off, but even if it does, it's the wicks I'm after. I'm testing the wicks. I need to find a wick that works. I'm just beginning to think I'm being too picky. You know, I've rejected wicks because they've danced a bit. I've rejected wicks because they've mushed like this. Look. You know, am I being too picky? I've rejected this one, which was a CL10 because of the mushroom. That would have been on its first burn of about 3 hours. And it did reach the edges, look, pretty much. I think on the next burn, that would have been fine. But I rejected it because it mushroomed. So maybe I'm just being too picky. I don't know. In which, yeah, that was, what did I say that was? That was a CL10. So, yeah, I don't know. I probably am being too picky, and maybe what I think has been failed candles has actually been fine. But I'm going to keep going, and I'm just going to keep using this wax up, and if the fragrance oil is useless, well, so be it. I'm not testing the fragrance oil on these ones. It is the wick. I'm looking for a wick that does a perfect job. Right, let's see what this is. Now at 50 degrees, I'm going to pour that into the candle, nice and slowly. Pouring the bits of soot with it. It's not going to fill the glass, but it's going to be damn near close. In fact, that wax had already started setting, so. Right, so that is another one done. It's not filled the glass, it's about 3/4 ways, but I'm cool with that. Obviously, I'd already tested this when it was the original candle. I tested it, so I wasn't going to get a full glass. But I'm happy with that. I'm going to leave that to set over there. And that'll be three candles, 2 sets of wax melts. Candles that were just sitting around doing absolutely nothing because I'd put them down as a big fat failure. So yes, that's my tip of today. I will let you know how it goes, and hopefully these candles will all burn well and we might get something out of it. And in the meantime, we've still got last week's candles all curing. Let me show you the lavender one. That was MZ's lavender candle that she really wanted to do, and that's all looking fine. No wet spots, all good. So yeah. Anyway, that's my video for today. I'm sorry, it's short and sweet, and it's probably got loads of mistakes in it and everything, but I feel like I just wanted to put something up, you know, to remain consistent and all that jazz. So yes, there we are. See you in the next episode, when hopefully I'll be feeling a lot more better than what I currently am, and I would have absolutely, definitely brushed my hair. But you know, just what it is. Just what it is on days like today. Have a good week. Take care. See you in the next one. Bye.